Hey everybody, happy holidays still. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. It is 27th of December 2024, and I'm just working on a video for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I figured I'd do this live because the video's done, but I got to edit it and all that other fun stuff. So I thought, this probably be better if I just make something real quick, especially if you're struggling with this. It might help you better understand how you should be setting up Ecamm or pretty much any live streaming app with the Pocket 3. I'm not going to go into all the details that I go into the video. That'll be out soon enough. But I did want to talk about the green screen and the blur. Now, right now, I'm looking at my main camera, my mirrorless camera, and that's why I get that nice blurry background. However, if I wanted to work with the Pocket 3 and get the Pocket 3 to have a similar style background, there are ways to make this work. So how do you do it? Well, let's take a look. I'm going to switch over to my Pocket 3. And here I am. So you can see it actually looks pretty decent. Now there's some things here like I probably mess around with the saturation a little bit. And let's see, we don't want green screen on at the moment. Let's see, what else could we do? Maybe a little bit warmer. There we go. That's looking better. Gamma. Just a little bit of changes on there, but you can see here, not half bad. Maybe take that brightness up a little bit. I'm looking at 3 different monitors right now, so you can understand why this might look a little weird. That's okay. And if you have questions, by the way, this is kind of a spur of the moment live stream, so I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. I just wanted to get this done in case anybody who just got a Pocket 3 or has wanted to start using their Pocket 3 as a camera for their streaming or recording for that matter. How is it done? I already went through plugging in the camera in my last live stream, so this is more about just how do we get that blurry background. So you can see, here's the difference. This is the Pocket 3, and I'm gonna move that over just a hair. Okay, and I'm gonna aim it ever so, whoops, that's too far. Trying to get it right about there. So about the same as the other camera. So now we've got the two lined up. So this is the Pocket 3, and here's my mirrorless. You can see mirrorless looks a little bit better, but it's obviously it's going to look better. It's about 4 times the price, so it better look better. Otherwise, I'd be seriously disappointed. But because the Pocket 3 is nice and durable and is something that is portable, you really can't beat this, right? All right, so green screen. So one way to do this is quite simply is to take a background picture, background image, and then we're going to blur it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the frame. I'm going to just move this guy out of the frame, and I'm going to take my chair here and also move it out of the frame, hopefully. There we go. So I am right here, hello, and what I want to do, I'm going to turn off the zoom on here, so it's going to get a full picture here, right? We don't want this. Have that go down for a second. All right, so this is my studio in all its cone of cleanliness glory, minus some stuff over there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use take a save photo pick option on my on Ecamm, and I'm going to have it then it's going to save it without anybody in here, and then we're going to use that as our backdrop. So I'm going to press the screenshot, and I'll show you how I do this inside of my Stream Deck. So I'm going to hit that button, get out of here. All right, photo is saved according to Ecamm. So I got the lights on, everything's like I want it. All right, let's get back in frame here. All right, here we are. And we'll turn our attention back to Ecamm. So right now, this is my overall frame. So I'm gonna pull up, I have an Elgato green screen here. And that's gonna go up about that far. It's good enough. You'll see why in a second. That's my hair light up there, by the way. And we'll go ahead and zoom in. And you can already see that because I'm zoomed in like this now, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't see much noise. I see a little bit of noise over on this side, so I may be able to brighten that up a little bit. But it looks okay. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn Ecamm's green screen function on, but before I do that, let's go ahead and let's look at that picture that I just took. So here it is. All right, that is the picture. And I'm gonna switch over into live demo mode here, just so you can see. There's the picture. And turn, we're gonna get rid of this. And now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that photo as my green screen background. So I'm gonna drag it in. There's my backdrop. And blam! Now, okay, so to be fair, there's a couple of things that I already set up here. But look at this already. You know, there's a green screen behind me. See, there it is. But now it looks like there isn't, right? And this is just because I took that photo. That's all I did is I took the photo. And this is what you get. Pretty cool, right? And now I can just tweak these settings. And so if I want that blurry background, that's all I want to do is have a blurry background. I just turn on blur background. Normally it'll default to 0 and then just drag it up however much you want. And what's better about this versus going with, say like the computational blur methods, meaning the ones that actually try and figure out your profile, your silhouette, and then blur around it, and which leads to a big hot mess when you have things in the foreground like this, and you'll get clear through here, but blurry out here. It's a pain in the butt. And there's some green stuff over here that I probably could make some adjustments to, but you know, if I wanted to, I could probably just go ever. No, okay, that's because the screen ends right there. That's why it's doing that. But you can see now with with setting up the blur this way, I mean, there's not much else to do. The camera was set up already, so now it's just a matter of, you want to take the picture from the Osmo Pocket 3, and you want to take it from where the Pocket 3 is going to sit when you're sitting in front of it. But this has a couple other benefits too. Number one, you can be anywhere. As long as you have that green screen with you, you can be anywhere. And that's ultra cool. So you can look like you're in your studio, even though, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong monitor. Even if you're looking at, or even if you're in a different location, you can look like you're in your studio. That's pretty slick. Just got to have a green screen or some kind of green background, or blue. That's another one you can use. Don't wear any green stuff, right? Don't wear any green things. But aside from that, you're set. I mean, now I can turn off all those lights in the background that are being covered up by this green screen now. I can turn all those off. So if they're generating a lot of heat or something like that, I can do that. But the nice thing is here, you can, with the blur, look at that. I mean, it's nice and sharp. I don't have, I mean, I guess if I did some weirdness with my hair, which I don't have much of left. So for you folks who have wild hair or stringy hair or things like that, you got to be careful about this. But the thing is that when you're doing your green screen background, just make sure that it's nice and well lit. That's the key. So if I turn this off, you see it's nice and well lit. There's no real dark spots in here. I mean, I could turn off some of them and you would see. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do that. Let's turn off some lights just so you can see. I'll go to my light controls here and I will turn off the small left. See, that goes off. And I don't know what just is this one. I don't know what this is set to. Is this my table light? Yeah, okay. So you can see I've got some dark spots now, right? So already you can see over on this side here. See this? See this orangish look over here? It's because it's too dark there. So if I turn the green screen on, can't really see it. Normally your fade level is going to be like right around here. And when you start seeing this noise, that's when you drag your fade level up. Until, can't go too far, because then this is what happens. So you start, you can go from one end to the other. You can start them this way, and then once you start to up here, and you are rock solid, that's probably the best setting, because then you can see here, even though I have my lights off in the background behind me, this is the only, you see over on this side here, see that? Right there. So if I were to light this guy back up, why is it not? Oh, Jeremy's fat fingers. Okay, there we go. If I light that back up, now we shouldn't see. Yeah, you see? So having a well-lit background, it doesn't have to look fake, guys. You can get away with making it look very real. The illusion of the green screen really gets thrown off when you start doing fake crap behind you, right? Nothing wrong with putting behind something that is like a realistic background, and then you can blur it, but you don't have to go like, I mean, most of the Zoom calls I see are like this. That's just gross. Don't do that. You know, set it back just enough to where you've got some, basically you're mimicking the bokeh, that blurriness that you get from like having a depth of field, a real depth of field, because you're never going to get that on the Pocket 3. This is a great way to do it. Unless you get super close on it, which looks weird anyway. So this is, I thought, I'm teaching this in the lesson, but I figured, why not share this information so you could benefit from it right now. So this actually will work for pretty much any camera that you use that has fixed aperture, fixed focal length, which both the Pocket 3 does have, and still give you the ability to mimic things. Now, Ecamm also has a lot of other settings in here, like, you can, this is where I'm talking about. It's like, okay, no, looks cool. I'd rather be there right now than being in Seattle. But you can see here, this is where things start to fall apart. You see this right there? You see along the edge? Here, let me go get out of live demo mode here. So then this is where I would drag that fade level down. Right there. But then you got to be careful here. Notice on this side here. And that's going to be coming from this area here. So if I turn that light back on, boom, it lights up that green screen and now it's fixed. So the lighting is super critical. And I'm sure most of you have seen, I did this, for instance, I had, do I have it here? No, I don't. I thought I set it up. I didn't set it up. Okay, well, it's all right. But so this is what it looks like through my FX30. Okay, free agent, chime on in if you got a question. Hopefully I can help. But here I can, let's go ahead, go back to that photo and look like it's in the studio again. Fire away. Wonder if I can put the... Okay, you asked that question. So the short answer with the mobile hotspot is yes. However, it requires that you use the Mimo app, and the Mimo app would be running on your iPhone or I guess Android device. And yeah, I know exactly what you're doing because I've wanted to do this for a long time. The short answer is yes, you can with a hotspot. You have to have the phone itself has to be able to connect to the 5G network, and then the Osmo Pocket 3 will connect to the phone's network. So it's not as simple as it sounds, but for instance, right now with the Pocket 3 that I've got here, I could turn on my iPhone's hotspot, for instance, and be able to roam. However, I've found that having that, you can't use the iPhone's network. Having a separate mobile hotspot seems to be to do the trick, which is kind of a pain in the butt because that means you have to have yet another device around with you. But it does work. But you need to be running the Mimo app on your phone in order to turn on live streaming. So it's kind of a hassle that way, but that's the way it works, is that you will you'll set up your live streaming in the Mimo app, and then that will, as long as the Mimo app detects a Wi-Fi signal, which would be coming off of your 5G hotspot, then it should work. I'm gonna switch back over to my FX3 here, and we're gonna get this guy down. Hopefully it answers your question. There we go. That's the real background. All right. But you can see, you know, this is one of the things that I've been trying to figure out how to do is like a wireless HDMI type signal from the Pocket 3 to anywhere, and then you can stream out from that point. But because I really don't like the Mimo app's streaming capabilities, they're kind of funky, and it seems to me like something like, yeah, see, that's the problem. No, no, you can't. So that's the part that I don't like about it, is that you can't. So how would you pass over the 5G hotspot to my phone? So what happens is the Pocket 3 creates its own Wi-Fi network that then allows the Mimo app to talk directly to it, and then the phone connects Wi-Fi to your 5G hotspot. So it's making two steps before it goes out. However, no, I've not seen that. I'm not seeing that ability. So you need to have yet another device or something along those lines that would, man, at that point, I'd just get a YOLO box, to be honest with you, because a YOLO box has those, it has the ability to stream. You know, you just set up the camera and then you set up your YouTube and all your chat is right there. And I'm this far from getting one. I really am, because I think that would be ideal. They're not that big. They do take the signal from the camera directly. You don't have to worry about even running the Mimo app, because the YOLO box runs all that stuff, and it handles overlays and all the fun things that you can't do. So let me see with the Mimo. Well, since I'm on the FX30. So let me see here. That's a good question. I just have to take my Pocket 3 out of webcam. There we go. And then I'll fire up the Mimo app. Connect. So right now I am joining the network and go to live view. Okay. Cancel. Okay. So here, let me see if I can go into my yeah. Let me just rotate this real quick. I'm on the Mimo app on my iPad right now. So you would go to live stream. You can RTMP. But the thing is that once the Mimo app, sorry, this is all funky. This is DJI's fault, not mine. I don't think that, yeah, the Mimo app has to be in the foreground for this to work. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can go to YouTube. Let me see if I start a live stream. I don't even know where it's going, to be honest with you. All right, sure. And I'll stream to that one. Continue. Sure. Okay. I don't know what I'm signing my life away for. I have my head tilted because on my screen it's actually, oh, you can't even see that anyway. It doesn't matter. Let's see here. Make sure that you trust. Yes, I trust. Okay. And then public. Live stream. Okay, it's already on the right network. So let me see if it lets me go. I'm just going to do test. Nothing like real time figuring this out. Looks like 1080p is the highest you can go, which is fine. Wi-Fi disconnected. Okay, well, let's pick a Wi-Fi network, which should be that one. That's weird. Give me a second here. Make sure I got my password right. How many times you type in your, yeah, the DJ, yeah, exactly, right? It's kind of a pain in the butt. I follow this guy on YouTube. He travels in Japan and he goes around and he does his thing in Japan. So this stream is running now. It says live stream in progress. But of course that means that it's running. Yeah. If I guess the way that it's running right now, live stream in progress. Make sure the camera is close to the Wi-Fi. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it's working and it's streaming to my personal channel right now. But what does that mean for everything else? I wonder. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up my personal channel. See what it looks like. But again, this is, yeah, it is a hassle. That's why I'm saying, if you, hello. Okay, I can't even type in YouTube anymore. Okay, something is funky. All right, we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that, because I can't even type in YouTube anymore. I can't type anything. Can I type here? Oh, maybe. Did my keyboard just go belly up on me? Did I run out of juice? Did I not follow my own advice? And let me see. Yeah, that's what it was. Keyboard ran out of battery. Keyboard on youtube.com/. Germany. Oops. Oh, it says upcoming. That's weird. And it's waiting for me. Why is it? Yeah, this is make sure the camera's close to the, okay. I don't, yeah, honestly, I don't think it's, yeah, it's just telling me please wait, which, yeah. This is why I know it's not the easiest thing, but this is why I find like yellow boxes better, honestly. I wish that there was a YouTube app or something that could run on the Pocket 3 that would make it far easier to live stream. I don't know why DJI makes it difficult to do this. I mean, it just seems like it's the perfect camera, right? It's the perfect camera to go walking around the street with. I mean, we do it all the time. You know, I walk around downtown Seattle and stuff like that, and got the camera out and filming everything, but I have to wait till I get home to show anybody, and that kind of stinks. So maybe that's something that they'll build into the Osmo Pocket 4. Who knows? But DJI, that's one of the things that DJI has never really done all that well. Even if you look at their drones, live streaming from the drone, not easy at all. I've done it, but it requires an HDMI out, and you sure as heck can't walk away from the computer. So I wouldn't. Yeah, unfortunately, this is kind of one of those things where, you know, the YOLOs are on sale right now, but they're still $1,300. But it works. Definitely does work. I've seen it work. So wish I could get it working for you. That's one of those things where I could probably spend all day here doing that and still not make any progress. So, but yeah, thanks for asking. I wanted to see how hard it was. Apparently, it's pretty hard to get it working right. All right. Well, that was it. I just wanted to show the blur settings for the Pocket 3. I think that with all the lens effects and things like that, I can't tell if I have a filter on. Do I? It looks like I do have a filter on at the moment. Let me see. I actually got this guy for my Pocket 3. This is the Z-axis stabilizer on it. And yeah, I do have a filter on there. What is this? This is an NDI 8 on here. So, but this is great because I can walk around with it and it keeps things fairly stable. Wow, this guy's hot. So keep in mind, if you are streaming with this camera at all times, you're going to get heat. Yeah. Yeah, that iSteady M7 looks really, that it looks really cool. I'm just trying to figure out what, we're going to be doing. We're doing some live streaming from an airport, from SeaTac here in Seattle. And we're looking at the Rodecaster video, we're looking because that has built-in YouTube, and you can put comments up on. I believe you can. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen that. And then the yellow obviously is another option for us. But we're kind of in a fixed position, right? We're not walking around the airport. We're certainly not doing anything that requires the mobility of the Pocket 3. But as an added camera, it's nice to have, so that if I, for instance, if I wanted to use that camera as a something where it's like I've got like my main camera, and I've got a camera. My main camera's on the airplanes, and then another camera on me. That would be the Pocket 3 on me, because the tracking works. So, yeah, it's a matter of time. I think eventually all this technology will converge, congeal, whatever you want to call it. It'll bake and it'll work, but until DJI makes it a priority, does a mic, yeah, actually it does. It's a Bluetooth mic. The DJI mic does work. Sorry, I should probably do that. I keep forgetting to put these up. Yes, they should work on any live stream you do, regardless of, as long as the device you're streaming on has Bluetooth, should work. Should absolutely work. I mean, I have one right now, but it's going through the Pocket 3 at the moment. But if I wanted to work it through my Mac Mini, which I'm using right now to stream off of, I just set it up as a Bluetooth mic, and it would work fine. So the older mics, the DJI Mic 1s, will also work. But you need to have the receiver plugged into the computer, right? Because they're on their own little radio frequency, so they're not using Bluetooth. So if you have access to, or maybe you don't want to get the Mic 2, you want to get the Mic 1, that's cool. You can, I would say the best thing to do would be just plug it in. As a matter of fact, that's another one. Hang on, coming back. Here's something. I have a video that it's on this, should be on this page. If not, it's on my personal page, which I will oh, thanks for the sub, appreciate it. I'll put in the comments here. This is more of my personal page. I just put a mishmash of stuff, or things that I'm mulling over as far as doing a video on, and I sometimes will put things up there before they actually become a video on this channel, just to goof off and play and get feedback, unsolicited feedback from people before I make an actual production video. But that is my page. So, but I appreciate the subscription. That's generous of you. Thank you. So anyway, the DJI mics, these original ones, these guys, you can use them with the Pocket 3. They still sell them, and they're way cheaper than well, not way cheaper, but they're cheaper. But you've got your USB-C port on the back of your Pocket 3. You plug in this receiver here, the DJI mic receiver, this guy. Gotta get closer. Can you zoom in? There we go. Plug in this one to the back here. And then, actually, I think it goes like this way even. And then you have the same capabilities as if you had the Bluetooth, the DJI too. I bought this single one that I'm on right now. Actually, I'm not on this mic right now, but I have it here. I got the Mic 2 here, and so I've got one Mic 2, and I've got two of the ones. And I like the 2. The 2's flexibility is really nice. Really nice to have, especially when you're out and about. It's nice to just clip it onto somebody, and somebody it automatically finds whatever device you're connecting it to. So it does not work with the Rodecaster Pro though. So if you have one of those, kind of a bummer, but it doesn't work. For that you need Rhodes mics to do that. So, but either one. All right. Well, I mean, that was it. I just wanted to dilly-dally with this the screen blur stuff. But yeah, check out some of the other videos. My personal page has some Pocket 3 stuff as far as audio settings and things like that. There's a pretty popular video I have on how to set up like a really like a microphone like this, like a dynamic microphone like this, using the Pocket 3, and it works actually really well. Just requires Shure's little interface to go from USB-C to XLR, but it works great. Works great in the studio. Probably not so portable. This thing is heavy, but it is definitely something you could take a look into as well. There's so many things that the Pocket 3 can do. I hope that DJI continues to update it and make things more accessible. I just wish that they were better with the live streaming. So now I'm almost convinced myself to go get a yellow box. So, but I will probably hold off just a little bit, because I can do everything that I need to do without that right now. But yeah, good luck with your ventures around, walking around with the Pocket 3. It's a fun device. It really is. And I'm sure there's probably some other people who have tried live streaming with it. And if I come up with another solution, I will absolutely post it on this page, because I feel like a lot of people are like you, want to do it. So, all right. Well, that is it for me. Again, if you want to head over there. Yeah, absolutely. One of the cool things about the Pocket 3 is, for like doing interviews and things like that, like man on the street type interviews, there's, there's definitely ways to do it. The thing is, when you're using the Mimo app, there's some features that are, I'm sorry, when you're using the webcam version of the camera, there's some things that go missing feature wise. So you have to, and this is one of the things I'm putting together in my videos, you have to set up the Pocket 3 exactly like you want it first. Make sure all the settings are dialed in, because as soon as you start using the webcam feature on the Pocket 3, and I believe this to be the case if you're live streaming too, you lose some critical things like log recording, because in order for log to work correctly with the live stream, is that you also need to pass it through a LUT. And if the camera is not set up to do LUTs on the fly, most cameras are, but I've not seen it personally. But if it can't do it, then it's stuck. You're going to have this washed out image if you're trying to record log. So it's, sometimes it's better to just get on the phone and live stream from the phone. I can't. Yeah, when I get phone calls, everything drops and it drives me crazy. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining in. Good talking with you. Thanks for the sub, and check back. I got more stuff coming soon. I'll see you around. Take care.